Hey, it's J Chatfield. I'm known as Fit Homie Mom on Instagram, and J Chatfield is my pen name for my books. So, welcome to Love Yourself to Life. If you are a fan of the podcast, some of my people are coming over here. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. And the information is who it's for. I only do this because I like to talk, and this is something I do. And honestly, everywhere I go, even on my little, let me not use that word, because that's like a trigger word. You know, you working at a little business, you got that little boyfriend. No, I'm not going to use that. I have an early morning part-time job that I've been working to pour resources into my business. You've seen it. Honest Chats is one of them. Story Being Giant is the other. And then Loving Yourself to Life falls under my Grace Guidance umbrella. By the way, check this out. I got a shirt made. I'm about to choke myself. Okay, come on down. Oh, that's not one of those hangers you can pull stuff off. Oh, y'all seen them things by that? Yes, it's time for a retwist, and I'm shaking everything. So look, this is my business, and can you see it? It's Grace. Right there, Grace Guidance Production. And what I love is on the back. I'm trying to do it because this camera is disrespectful. It says create, and repeat. Create, and repeat. I designed a little shirt. There it is, that word. That's something that we got to get. I have to get out of my vocabulary. But I designed this shirt online because I went out and did a couple of shows. What are they called? Farmers markets and things. Thank you for telling me that out there. I heard you. Farmer markets, and I wanted to wear a shirt. So I also have on my Loving Yourself to Life shirt right there. It is SSS, same shirt, same day. SSSD, I guess. But right now I want to talk about homeschool. Now, there are plenty of homeschool videos out there, and I love them. But again, I'm unique. I always say that. And maybe sometimes I may do something that may help you in your journey. So I did write a book. And no, one thing you'll notice about me, I'm not that person who does things for other people. I do them for me. And it just happened to be something that someone else wants. And I'm happy to do that because I'm all about impacting other people. I'm all about empowering somebody. And one thing that I am passionate about is homeschooling. So I took the time and wrote a book. I need that light, don't I? I kind of like it. I wrote a book called Homeschooling and Owning Your Schedule. Yeah, that's me right there. That's me when I used to wear the weave before I did the lock thing, because I kind of like how I don't have to do much to it, and I got a ponytail, so can't nobody tell me nothing. All right. So, and these are all the things that I pretty much like to do. Family time. Yeah, I got to get the size right. Family time. I love to work out. I was a fitness instructor since 2006. I love talking to my friends. Coffee. I really like creamer. Y'all know we all fit in our special category. And traveling is like life. Oh man, meditation, sports, and these things. And the reason I did the cover like this is because some people have a hard time, and then this is homeschooling to me right here. So some people have a hard time because they think that they're going to lose something by homeschooling, or they think that they don't have the tools to do it. So today I'm going to give you an example of something that I had to do. So I have three children, one newly teenager, a 13-year-old. I have one that's going to be 11 next month, September. And then I have an 8-year-old. He turned 8 in May. So I have two boys and a girl. So my girl, she came out super smart, was reading ever since she was able to talk. Literally, when we moved from Florida to Texas, she was already reading in her pre-K class, and I would get calls every day that my daughter was socializing, was talking too much. And that was because she was walking around doing the other kids' work so they could play, because she was bored. So that was the beginning of my homeschool journey, but I didn't want to do it. My husband suggested it, and at that time, I was like, well, the man say, let's go. I wasn't going to fight it, and then I was going to stay home. He was still making Miami money in Texas. So we were good. And I stopped teaching, so I stayed home so that I could focus on the children. Well, it wasn't until I had my son. So we moved over here. My son was 6 months and my daughter was 2. So when my son was about 3 years old, he wasn't really talking plainly. And I tell this story in my book. He wasn't talking plain. And you know how we are. He'll be all right. That baby will grow out of it. You're going to be all right. But something in my mama heart was like, no, I need to go take him to get, some type of evaluation. So we took him to the doctor and they referred us to a speech therapist. So when we went in there, we found out that he had the left side of his mouth was paralyzed. Now, he's my only child that could choke and save himself. Literally, he would be at the table and you hear, oh, and it'd be over, and we was like, what? This is weird. Well, he wasn't chewing his food correctly, and that was affecting his speech. So they had to teach him how to chew. I never heard. Every little brown kid grew up, we knew how to eat. If anything, I'm like, buddy, this is the most simple thing you got to do is eat. But anyway, we did it, right? We did it. So because he had this eating, not an eating disorder, he had this thing, and you speech pathologists out there, you know better. It wasn't that he couldn't move it. It's just, I don't understand the paralyzed, because when we think paralyzed, that means it don't move. I don't know. He ate good to me, but like I said, he was the only kid of mine that would, save himself after choking him. He literally. So because he didn't talk really until he was maybe 4.5, this caused a delay in everything else, right? So we had to take him to do some other type of evaluation, because I was like, okay, well, I will just send him to someone who can help him. Y'all, hey, now we're getting into this really deep thing, and I probably will talk about this multiple times. I thought that someone else could better help him. So I took him in, and the person was like, we need him to talk. So at this time, he was still talking to us with sounds. Mom go boom pow. Ooh, that's how he talked, right? And we would understand. He go, I roll, and he would do that. So they said, your child is going to need occupational therapy because he's on the spectrum. I don't know what on the spectrum is, but I found out that they were saying that he was, autistic. And because he didn't know how to manage his energy at 3 years old. So, they gave me all types of things to say, okay, do it. And then I was like, I don't want him to go in the school system and they IEP him. And just because at this point of his life doesn't mean that he's going to act like this at that point of his life. This is me. Now I don't have nothing to do with how anybody else think, and I'm not here to tell you I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you my experience and how I think. So don't go there. Don't go there, because I'm just saying that's why you're their parent, because nobody should know your child better than you. Period. It didn't sit right with me for me to send him somewhere else that was not going to cater to him. And they had these programs, but they told me that there were other children that was worse off than him, and that he wasn't going to get the attention that he needed. What? I didn't need to work that bad. Now, I could talk about homeschool being a priority, which I think I will. I need to start writing this stuff down. Okay, so that's what really got me really engaged into homeschooling. So I went to every garage sale. I started getting books. People started giving me stuff. I just started attracting all kind of stuff. And I'll talk more about that. But this is what we're doing at this moment. So then I had another son. He's almost 3 years younger than my oldest son. And dude just came here, 25 years old. I have pictures, and I might just put it in there. I got pictures of him looking at me like, you my you my child. Like, he just came. We called him little old man, and he was just really, I don't know. So he's really quick. Well, fast forward to this summer. I have plenty other stories to share with you. Fast forward to this summer. He caught on to math really quick, right? So my core is reading comprehension. If you can read and comprehend, you could do anything. My number one thing was to make my children independent learners, because I know who I am. I know I need an outlet too, right? And I didn't want to be unhappy at home. Again, we'll talk more about that. So this summer, I designed a program for them to where I can evaluate their spelling. So my younger son, I talk about understanding your children based on numerology. I'll do another video about that. But he was just, he didn't really like the core words, the ones that I had up here on my last video, like the short E, the long E, the special sounds like the TH or the DR sh. He's more, he's a mirror of me, where he doesn't really like the details. He just wants to get it done. But my older son paid way more attention to that. But I found them on the same level. So that's what you got to understand. In homeschool, you're the CEO. You're the creative, executive, organizer. I just made that up, but that's what I am. I'm the one who can organize and move it around. And what I say, that's how, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And, oh, thank you, hon. My baby made me some pizza and just brought it. Thank you, hon. That's what you do. You teach them how to cook. Teach yourself out of a job. I won't eat that on camera. Make y'all hungry. So you craft it the way you want. There is no competition. Competition is the devil. I don't care what you say. If anything is evil, is you comparing yourself to somebody else. Whatever, period, blank. Everybody's a unique individual. Don't get me on my soapbox about that, because I'm talking about something specific. So what I did was I put them on the same reading level. And what happened is it took out a lot of work for me. And someone would say, well, that isn't fair to the little one. It isn't fair to the older one. That's your opinion. But I know what made this easy for me is if I put them on the same curriculum, right? So I chose, I really liked this one, and I'm not really big on a whole lot of faith-based stuff, but I really like this. It's a reason for spelling. I bought the teacher book, and then I have the workbook, right? So it has a lot of things. So I work with them at the same time, and they actually like it. They really do. And we're working through some core words. I have them circle the special sounds, and guess what I did? Now I don't have 55 curriculums that I have to adjust to. Now someone's saying, what happens if one outgrows the other one? Well, I'll add other stuff. So y'all remember, there's somebody that gave me these little, the highlight books. Y'all remember these? Well, this one's, I used to get these in the mail, and they still come. So I use these little books, and I will assign them a scavenger hunt. So I'll do it and I'll say, hey, whoever finds your words, you know how it look inside. And some of them are already drawn in, but I just want them to look for words. My sons like to play games. And I'll say, whoever finds the most, you get maybe extra 5 minutes on the game for the weekend. I try not to give them food because I don't want to associate food with reward. That's another thing. So I'll use that, and I have plenty of them that people just donate to me. Again, when you make up your mind about something and it's a priority. I'll use another book, and I'll use this one. This is another one that was given to me. I really like this one. I'll probably take a few things from here, but this is just me wanting to do this. That book that I showed you is enough. It really is enough. There's another one that I like too. Is another one. And these are all books. Honestly, you could find them in the Goodwill because I got this book free because it was written in the store. But again, you just want to choose different things. If I find one that's more, but if one of them it needs to be more challenged. So I showed you those books, and I'm telling you this because you can homeschool. And the thing is we talked about the out securities. Remember, we've been conditioned a long time to not listen to ourselves. We've been conditioned a long time for us to think that we're not the parents that can teach our children. And that's why in the book that I wrote, the first person that I addressed, and I said in this book is homeschooling is not about the child, it's about the parent. It really is. Because you think that what you had got you to the point of where you are in your life when it did not. You got you there, and whatever, you want to call with your deity or whatever, but you did that. There was something in you that did that. Now, if you can do that, and everybody talks so badly about the school system, why are you not enough for your child? I'm not here to talk you into anything. I'm just here to make you think. I didn't steal that. I just was really he says it a lot, and I really do. I love that channel. But I am here to make you think about this. If you can drive a car, if you can use your remote control, if you know how to read, it's not that serious. Learning. My daughter, she's 13. She wants to do animation. She doesn't want to go to college. Hallelujah. Because I don't require my children to go to college. I do require them to come up with a job, with a business. And I do require that. So, anything else I don't really care about. But if you do want to go, you pay your own way because you're going to appreciate it. That's, like I said, I don't have nothing to do with how anybody else think. That's just what I think. And that's how I roll. Because a lot of the things that we've done has been because of our own selves, because of our own creative, God-given creative talents. But I'm still a step back. So my daughter, who's 13, she's going to be in the 9th grade, whatever the 9th grade is. And so I take her on a Tuesday to science class. And she goes with a couple of her friends from a group she was in. So it's 4 of them in class together. So it kind of feels like that she has some people around her because that's important. That's important. That socializing stuff is dead. My children, y'all heard them on the podcast. They tight work when it comes to conversation. And if you see them on the outside, you'll know. A lot of people ask me, what school do your children go to? Oh, they go to Grace Guidance Academy at the house. Y'all remember that shirt? Let me remind you. Try not to put it on the pizza. Grace Guidance. Yes. I've had Grace Guidance Academy open now for 9 years because that's how long I've been a homeschool parent. And my husband does a really good job. He helps also. But what I'm saying is it don't have to be that hard. And you know what? They're done with their work by like 1:30, 2 o'clock. That's a rule of mine now. Like, you have to be done so we can enjoy our day. And we don't have to do work every day. And if you want to do two things, and if you don't feel like doing anything, you just have to do something productive. You're the CEO. It's your business. It's great to look at what other people are doing, but for that to rule what you're doing, nah. Because that may not work for your life. And you can't force me into something that we don't fit in. It works best when you work with your family. And it's okay that it's different. Your children are still going to turn out amazing. If they went through the school system, the same thing that you think that they do there, you can do at home. My children go to a PE program. They run track. My daughter's a competitive swimmer. My son, he's about to swim, play ping pong. I mean, we rotate. These are the things that you do in school. You just have to be committed to it. And we'll talk about making money later. But what I'm telling you is that you can do it. You can. You can do it. If you ever want to talk to me, you can hit me up on graceguidance at gmail.com. I do consultations all the time. I actually help people to understand how they can do it. So if that's what you want, you can hit me up on Grace Guidance. You saw the way it's spelled, at gmail.com. But I just wanted to share that with you. You're the CEO of your homeschool. You can do it. This is Jay Chatfield, Fit Homie Mom, on Instagram. As always, do something for you that only you will love. Have a love yourself day, including homeschooling. Have a love yourself day.